If All right, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Reality. How are you?
I am lovely. Thank you. How is everyone this morning?
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. All right, so over the weekend, a few things came up. First of all, from Five Star, who was asking a lot of questions about microplastics. Very, very interesting. We found out that microplastics basically, uh, they kind of form once they build up in and around the brain area. They kind of form like a sticky sort of residue. And what happens over time is that it prevents our brain from expanding as well as it should. And it also prevents our consciousness from expanding. So that was really interesting to me. I was like, oh my God. And then we did an in-depth probe about how to get rid of these microplastics. And again, we landed at the same place where Mr. Photon got last week, which is these microgreens. Right now, the microgreens are what is the key to getting rid of these microplastics. There's something in the microgreens that basically can bind to the microplastics and sort of get rid of it. But it's really only in the microgreens. Now, as we go out into the future, we did get that somebody somewhere will create some sort of um, liquid drink, which has molecules that will bind to the microplastics and then flush it out of the body. But to me, I hope they can get it past the bladder because a lot of times, and smokers will know this, right? Smokers and people that work around airports or breathe in a lot of jet fuel, fumes, or car fumes, things like that. If you look at the research, the bladder is unable to actually filter those fumes, those toxins out of the body. So, a lot of times you'll find that smokers, people that work around cars, car fumes, jet, especially airport fuel, airport fumes, they end up with higher rates of bladder cancer. So I'm wondering if this drink that they make in the future is actually going to be able to get it out of the bladder, or are we going to end up with like higher rates of bladder cancer? You guys should read some research on that. It's very interesting. My mom was a smoker for years. How do you know that, Liz? Well, because my mom was a smoker for years, years and years and years. I mean, she was the type of person she put one out and another one was in the mouth being lit. And she used to smoke those Virginia Slims, which are like, if anybody knows your cigarettes, these things are so long and she always had them on the go, right? They're very light, but they make up in length, right? These things are as long as your arm, they're just so long. And yeah, and she ended up with bladder cancer. So, of course, at the time I was working in epidemiology and I started looking around and I found research that said, oh, yeah, people with that are smokers or exposed to high rates of, car pollution, plane pollution, particularly plane pollution, right? So, airline mechanics, people that work on the runways, things like that, they have higher rates of cancer. So, I'm interested to see. We should do another probe where these microplastics just start gathering in and around the body. Do they end up, maybe is that why we're getting so much bowel cancer? That would be an interesting probe. Anyway, I could talk all day about that, but I won't. Oh, so Senior Manifestor, as you know, I posted on the Patreon, has come up with a definition. Now, some people didn't like the definition, they thought that it should come from the heart. That's fine. You can modify it to whatever you want to, right? And if you're practicing using the definition and you're sending that into the universal consciousness, see, this is the problem. We got to send it into the universal consciousness. You can send it into your heart all day long. That's fine. But it doesn't mean that the universal consciousness knows what you're asking for. So it would be an interesting experiment to see what you guys come up with. Does it work for you? If you are changing and modifying the definition, let me know and we'll see what happens. But I liked the definition that he came up with, and I'm going to stick with that for now. Does it mean that I'm right or wrong? No, it just means that's what I'm comfortable sticking with. But anyway, that aside, going into the session we had at the weekend. So we came across where Senior was a bear. And this is going way, way back in a past life. And this bear would just kind of sit around and eat all day, had no desire to do anything else whatsoever, no desire to procreate, no desire to socialize, no desire to even survive, just really ate and slept. And as we were tapping the rounds through the rounds, what we got was that lack. So as senior manifestor, you know how hard he works on his manifesting. I mean, you guys should know that by now. Maybe not the newbies, but definitely as old sweats, right? Um, he works very hard and diligently on manifesting. And so what we got was the emotions of lack and fear are going to end up still in the energy field, still in his energy field. They're there now, but they're going to end up being like the bear, like just sitting around all day with no sense of purpose. Hang on, I'm just turning off my fan. Can't stand the air blowing in my face. Anyway, with no sense of purpose. And just, and if it's in the energy field, it's always going to create lack. And the other problem with lack is the fact that it always is chasing us, right? So you're trying to outsmart the lack, you're trying to get ahead of the lack, and here it comes. Even if you get comfortable for a minute, right? What happens? A bill comes through the door, something happens, you got to pay. And the lack is always chasing us. So what we got very, very strongly was that we have to get rid of all the lack in our energy field. Now, this could pose a problem. And the reason it could pose a problem is because some lack is very, very healthy, right? Oh, how can that be true? Well, it is because in your early years, you experience lack, or maybe you grow up in a household that experiences lack, and you say, I never want to be like that. I never ever want to have a point in my life where I'm worried about food being put on the table. I'm worried about how my kids are going to pay for college. I'm worried about how I'm going to keep a roof over my head. How am I going to, for those of us in the USA and Canada and Australia, not the Europeans, because I know you have more choice, but how are we going to keep our cars running so we can get to work? I mean, it's just constant, right? And so some lack is good. You're in a relationship with someone and it's lacking in several areas. Well, that can be good as well because now you know what you don't want. Now you know what you don't need. I don't want a relationship that lacks affection. I don't need a friendship that is lacking in loyalty or lacking in, you know, uh where it's reciprocated. You know, the friends that they suck the life out of you, right? You go to meet your friends and then they dump on you and they spill their toxic waste, and then oh yeah, well thanks very much, see you later. Like, you know, that's lacking as well, right? As much as we all like to help people, that there's a lack. So some lack is really good because it teaches us what we don't want. But as you're getting through life, like Senior Manifestor is, and he's working on manifesting a certain lifestyle. And let me tell you guys, his list is long, okay? His list is long. He wants, you know, everything almost to perfection. And so where he is in his life now, the lack is no longer serving him. And probably for most of us now, right? We know the difference. We know what we like, what we don't like. And so we don't need this lack anymore. Now, everybody has this natural fear of, I'll never get to my manifestation. I'm never going to make it. I'm never going to reach it. I fear, I fear, I fear. Now, for Senior Manifestor, the lack is anchored to his energy field by fear, by that fear. I'm never going to get there. Okay. And so then, as we went through the session, we asked questions. Now, that was his individual problem, but there's going to be a range of emotions that hold the lack in place, right? So, what we came up with at the end of the session is the phrase to easily and joyfully. Oh, okay. So, let me give you another thing. The other thing was, because the lack had been a friend, it was hard to say goodbye to the lack, right? Because his soul and his subconscious did not always see it as something bad. It was extremely useful. So when we're trying to get rid of the lack, you know, we could have a problem um, getting rid of it and mourn it and grieve it. And I know we're all saying, no, Liz, that's not true. I can't wait to get rid of my lack. Hey, I feel the same. I feel the same, but deep down inside of us somewhere, right? We could possibly, and probably more likely than not, we're mourning that lack leaving us. So like the bear that had no sense of purpose, that was what was going to happen to those emotions of fear and lack that were in his energy field. They were just going to sit around, eat all day, because of course these negative emotions, they have to feed off of our energy, right? So they're just sitting around all day like the bear, just eating, eat, drink, and be merry, right? And sleeping. And when this bear finally died, Signor Manifestor's soul is looking down on this bear and saying, I am absolutely disgusted by you. This is not how I want to live, and I will never live like that again. And so in his soul, he then says, you know, I have to have lack in there, because if I don't have lack, I've got no motivation. This bear had an endless tree full of these divine leaves that it just loved to snack on all day, every day, right? It didn't care about anything else. And so that's what's going to happen to the lack. The lack and the fear, as Senior Manifestor is moving through his manifesting, right? The lack and the fear, they're not going to have any sense of purpose. So we have to bid these negative emotions that are working against our manifesting. And the reason I labeled it so generically is because we don't know what emotions are anchoring that lack in our lives, right? Because negative attracts negative, and it's going to have to latch on somehow. So I don't want to just say fear. And then for some of us, it isn't the fear holding the lack in place. So here's what we came up with, okay? Now, there's two ways to tackle the problem. The first way is just a quick fire tapping, which is there's a part of me that knows how to easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to transmute any and all negative energy that work against my manifesting into white light positive karmic self-love. That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now. And then you would finish out the tapping. Okay. Now, what we came up with for today is easily and joyfully saying goodbye to any and all negative emotions that work against my manifesting. Okay. So that's what I thought we would work on today. Is everybody on board with that? We're going to try it and see what happens, see what emotions, because we'll get examples coming through, and we'll get the whole smorgasbord of emotions that are anchoring this lack in place, right? But we got that very strongly, and I know we've worked on lack before, but we got that very strongly that we have to get rid of all of the lack in our lives. Now, of course, there's healthy lack and unhealthy lack, healthy and unhealthy lack in our lives. But when we spoke to the universal consciousness and source, it was like, well, yeah, what we see as unhealthy lack can be seen as healthy by the soul. So if you want your manifestations to into fruition, you're going to have to get rid of all the lack. All right. Are you ready to rock and roll, Mr. Reality?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so where you should be is where Mr. Reality is. Again, first thing, never ever do the CTT if you are prone to seizure activity. You have a history of seizures, you're on seizure medication, you have a problem where you could have a seizure. Do not do the CTT. The CTT is not for you. I'm sorry. Try hypnotherapy, try something else, but don't do the CTT. Second of all, if you are really struggling to deal with the fallout from the CTT sessions, because CTT can make you have a fallout, it can make you have to work through very difficult emotions after the session, and you're like borderline exiting the earth plane, then I would say that the CTT is far too intense for you. Find another modality, please. We don't want anybody feeling that way, that nobody should be feeling that way. You should be feeling lighter. Yes, you'll have to work through emotions, right? But they shouldn't be so severe that you want to exit. So again, if you have those emotions after a CTT session, don't do the CTT session ever again. You can also tap to make yourself feel better. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy do I feel right now? Well, I'm at a bloody, -10. Okay, well, there's a part of me that knows how to easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to feel happy, radiant, vibrant, abundant, whatever you want to feel. Okay, you keep going until you start getting that number. Okay, how happy do I feel now? Well, I'm at a 5. Keep going and going and going until you get up to a 9 or a 10. Okay. Lastly, once we open, do not leave. You cannot leave before closing. If you have to leave before closing, please go to the CTT channel. Make sure you get to a closing. Doesn't matter what it is. Who cares? You just need to close. Okay. Very, very important instructions when dealing with the CTT. It is an extremely powerful tool. Very important that you listen to these instructions. All right, Mr. Reality. So let's go ahead and open. Do you want
Okay.
to just explain how we tap, please?
Sure. I posted in the chat a image of a CTT where your arm placement should be. It's your arms crossed in front of you, giving yourself a nice big hug, and you're tapping with a cadence of 111 on your left and 111 on your right. Or you can alternate and tap bilaterally in a cadence of one left, one right, one left, one right.
Awesome. And if you're new, let us know. Everybody is very helpful. Drop it in the chat if you have any questions. All I ask is that you don't message me direct because it's just too much for me to handle. Okay, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
an optimum etheric pyramid,
an optimum etheric pyramid,
as well as
as well as
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Just to remind everybody, it's much more powerful if you do it in front of a mirror, okay? Really, really powerful. Somebody did ask a question, should they put like a symbol on the back of the mirror? And what Spirit said was like, put what you want. Put what you want to manifest on the back of the mirror, right? So it just gives more power to the CTT and to your manifesting. All right. Treasures. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability
the optimum ability
to see,
to see,
recognize,
recognize,
use, and enjoy
use, and enjoy
the treasures in and all around us.
the treasures in and all around us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
All right, and this is the most important part of the opening. It's the optimum activation of all of our spiritual helpers and divine teams. That way we are being very responsible with the energy. You do not want to absorb somebody else's negative energy or even reabsorb your own or give it to your friends or family or your pets. Okay, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum activation
the optimum activation
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine teams.
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine team.
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy.
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy.
They will immediately transport it into the spirit world.
They will immediately transport it into the spirit world.
And they will transmute it into white light positive karma back into the universe.
And they will transmute it into white light positive karma back into the universe.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Ooh, somebody asked, does your camera in selfie mode work as the same as a mirror? I got a no on that one. I don't know why. I'll have to look into that, but I gotta know. That was a good question. Okay, so let's go for easily and joyfully manifesting the optimum ability to say goodbye to any and all negative emotions that work against our manifestation goals. Okay? All right. I can't wait to see what we get. We're going to open up all can of worms here. Let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability
the optimum ability
to say goodbye
to say goodbye
to any and all negative emotions
to any and all negative emotion
that work against
that works against
our manifesting goals
our manifesting goals
without any negative consequences
without any negative consequences
to ourselves or our loved ones.
to ourselves or our loved ones.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
All right, what did you get, Mr. Reality?
Oh, I don't know if you've ever been in a valley, but as soon as like rocks start to fall, that's a sign that a giant landslide is coming. So I heard like and saw the like start of a giant landslide coming down to me in this ravine.
Mm, like, be careful what you wish for,
Well,
right?
it's going to come
Or
down.
also, like, echoes. When you're shouting and you're like the echo can make an avalanche happen or rocks fall, or it can, yeah,
Hmm.
the sound waves. Whoa. Hmm. What does that symbolize? Giant rocks falling. That our worlds are about to come crumbling down, that we're really breaking up this energy field, right? And that's a difficult job to do. You've been carrying these emotions, not you, but we all have been carrying these emotions around for many lifetimes. So now we're getting rid of them, and it's going to be very disruptive is what I got was for you. Now what I got was like self-abuse is what holds the lack and the blockages to manifesting in place. So any form of self-abuse, and we can self-abuse in a lot of ways, right? Even if you think you're doing something positive, you can still self-abuse. So, well, let's see what we get. Again, if you get something, drop it in the chat. You know the routine. If you don't get anything, please don't worry about it. Okay, there's no reason to worry about it. It takes a long time sometimes to get information through. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you should stop doing the CTT because you don't get anything through. Okay? All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
We won't be able to handle
We will not be able to handle
the massive shake up
the massive shakeup
that we are about to endure
that we are about to endure
by getting rid of these negative emotions
by getting rid of these negative emotions
that have been our absolute foundation
that have been our absolute foundation
for many lifetimes.
for many lifetimes.
Self-abuse is a great way to keep the negatives in place.
Self-abuse is a great way to keep the negative in play.
We are too scared to live a new life.
We are too scared to live a new life.
We cannot take what is coming,
We cannot take what is coming,
all of the changes that are ahead,
all of the changes that are ahead.
the new way of living with our manifestations.
The new way of living is our manifestation,
And we will look to go back to our old
and we will look to go back to our old
life.
lives.
What else?
I don't want to endure the problems this will cause.
I don't want to endure the problems that this will cause. Mm-hmm.
I don't want
What
the
else?
boomerang effect.
I don't want the boomerang effect. I like not knowing.
I like not knowing.
I don't need to know what my future holds.
I don't need to know what my future holds.
I'm not even concerned about it.
I'm not even concerned about it.
I don't need to manifest.
I do not need to manifest.
I'll just let everyone else decide my path.
I will let everyone else decide my path.
What else?
I'm too busy holding up others.
I'm too busy holding up others. Right. Their manifestations are more important than mine.
Their manifestations are more important than mine.
Things are not happening fast enough.
Things are not happening fast enough.
It makes me tired and frustrated.
It makes me tired and frustrated.
Why is everything such a big, long process?
Why is everything such a big, long process?
I just can't stand it anymore.
I just cannot stand it anymore.
I have been patient and kind,
I have been patient and kind,
and I'm tired.
and I'm tired.
What else?
I do not want cosmic retribution.
I do not want cosmic retribution. I lack imagination.
I lack imagination.
I don't believe humans can manifest.
I don't believe humans can manifest.
The more I focus on my manifesting, the more others pull me away.
The more I focus on my manifesting, the more others push me
Others
away.
pull me away or push me away. Yeah. What else?
I don't have confidence in my power.
Yeah, I don't have confidence in my power. I'm looking for instant gratification.
I am looking for instant gratification.
I'm not so concerned about the particulars.
I'm not so concerned about the particulars.
I'm not so concerned with the spiritual journey.
I'm not so concerned with the spiritual journey.
I feel like I'm on the Titanic.
I feel like I'm on the Titanic.
Just things are not happening fast enough for me.
Things are not happening faster enough for me.
Lack means I have no choice but to choose what I don't prefer.
Lack means that I have no choice but to choose what I do not prefer.
That was a mouthful, wasn't it? What else? That made my throat go tight, actually. Let's finish this round out. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Ooh, what did you get?
I got things happening simultaneously, and we're not prepared to put out all of the fires of our manifestation.
Like, I get that. So you're trying to get you're making progress, and then suddenly bam, 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 you're hit with all these different things, right? It tears you back down again. That's the lack. That's the lack chasing you and catching up and tightening down, clamping down on you, right? Wait a minute, where are you going? You can't survive without me. I'm here in your energy field, which is why I really want to do that probe on the consciousness of lack. Like, what does it actually think? And what is the best way to get rid of it? But it's very destructive. I sort of probed it a little bit yesterday, and it's very, very angry, destructive, competitive. It wants to win. It was really interesting. And I thought, man, this thing is so strong and heavy, the lack. Um, I got that I was always running and running and running. I could just see myself running, a lot. And it just seems like what we do, we try to, some of us, we try to run away from our problems. We're running away. It's just too much for us to handle. Um, Similar to what you got, right? You're just bam, you're hit with all this at once, and it just becomes too much. Okay, well, let's keep going. Somebody says, well, what if we face our problems? Yeah, you can face your problems. I mean, that's the best way to deal with it is facing the problems, finding the solutions, and getting rid of the problem as soon as possible. But rarely people actually do that. Most people try to dodge and weave their problems, right? I just can't deal with it right now. It's like my husband came to me yesterday. Oh, our son has a problem with some, and I'm like, you know what? I can't deal with his problems today. I can't deal with it. You either are going to have to deal with it, or how about he finds his own solution? He he needs to find his own solution, and that would be wonderful. So yeah. So let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
We get hit with far too much at once.
We get hit with what at once?
Far too much.
Far too much at once.
It piles up on top of us.
It makes it impossible.
It piles up on top of us.
Sorry, someone's barking here. What?
But it piles up on top of us.
It
It
piles up on top of
becomes,
us.
it's too overwhelming.
It's too overwhelming.
We are suffocating underneath the pile.
We are suffocating underneath the pile.
We are buried under these problems.
We are buried under these problems.
We can't even think about manifesting.
We cannot even think about manifesting.
We're just looking for an escape.
We are just looking for an escape.
We are always trying to dodge and weave.
We are always trying to dodge and weave.
We don't want to come up with solutions.
We don't want to come up
With solutions.
with solutions.
It's too difficult.
It is too difficult.
I spend my life dealing with problems.
I spend my life dealing with problems.
I can't even think that far ahead.
I cannot even think that far ahead.
What else?
I don't have the tool set.
I don't have the tool set. We are running out of time.
We're running out of time.
We like the drama. We like the lack.
We like the drama and we like the lack.
The lack makes us productive.
The lack makes us productive.
It is very necessary.
It is very necessary.
We are constantly running from the drama.
We're constantly running from the drama,
But all these bad things always seem to find us.
but all these bad things always seem to find us.
No matter how hard we try to resolve and run.
no matter how hard we try to resolve and run.
What else?
I can't run fast enough away from my solutions.
I can't run fast enough away from my problems and finding solutions. Yeah. What else?
My back is
It's
up against the wall.
my back is up against the wall. It's too time consuming.
It's too time consuming. If
Can I
this
not
doesn't
just,
work, then what next?
yeah, this doesn't work. What next? Am I not allowed to enjoy myself?
Am I not allowed? No, no, you're not. That's the rule for down here. Am I not allowed to enjoy myself?
What is wrong with me?
What is wrong with me?
I must be a failure.
I must be a failure.
Others seem to succeed, but I always fail.
Others seem to succeed, but I always fail.
I just can't seem to get ahead and stay ahead.
I just cannot seem to get ahead and stay ahead.
Everything is always difficult.
Everything is always difficult.
What else?
I feel like I'm walking on thin ice to get to the
I,
solution.
I feel like I'm walking on thin ice to get to the solution. I can't seem to make things change no matter how hard I try.
I cannot seem to make things change no matter how hard I try.
My body and brain connections are stronger than I am.
My body and brain connection are stronger than I am.
I am a slave to those connections.
I am a slave to the connection.
I cannot seem to retrain or rewire.
I cannot seem to retrain or rewire.
I've tried everything.
I've tried everything.
I feel like one big disaster.
I feel like one big disaster,
And I'm tired of trying.
and I am tired of trying.
What else?
No matter where I turn, there's no solution.
No matter where I turn, there's no solution. There's always someone better than me.
There is always someone better than me.
What else?
I can't lie to myself. I'm just a failure.
I can't lie to myself. I'm just a failure. I tell myself every day.
I tell myself every day.
I reinforce all of my negative thoughts and feelings.
I reinforce all my negative thoughts and feelings,
So there's no way they can leave me.
so there's no way they can leave me.
I don't want them to leave and they don't want to leave.
I don't want them to leave, and they don't want to leave me.
We're the best of friends.
Pretty much. We're the best of friends.
Mm. What else?
I still worry about other people and what they'll think of me.
I still worry about other people and what they will think of me. I cannot cope any longer.
I cannot cope any longer.
I'm too overwhelmed with problems.
I am too overwhelmed with problems.
I need to resolve all of these issues in order to manifest.
I need to resolve all of these issues in order to manifest.
That's impossible.
That's impossible.
What else? Okay, let's close this one down. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, my throat is really tight and I feel like pressure in and around the head area. Perfectly normal. Don't get scared of it, but it means that this is working. What did you get, Mr. Reality?
My chest is very tight, and I
Yeah.
got that we don't know what problems we need to fix. They're all
Mm,
hidden from us.
mm. That's a good one. Are all hidden from us. And I'm just getting an emphasis on the lack again. Like I am severely lacking in all areas. So again, it's that failure mentality, right? I'm a terrible mother. I'm a terrible brother. I'm a terrible father. I'm a terrible this. I'm a terrible, child. Just like I fail in every area. I've let everyone down. I'm not good academically. I'm not good athletically. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at that. Right? It's just like, ooh, somebody's back's hurting. That's good. Um, I don't mean that in a horrible way, but it means like, wow, this is where you're storing all those emotions. And if you start experiencing like pain and things like that, right, in areas of the body that you don't normally experience in pain, this is a direct indication of where you're holding this lack and the feelings around the lack that makes the lack stay in place, right? Because don't forget, we started off by saying we want to say goodbye to all of these feelings. And in that last round, very clear to me was, well, I love you and you love me and we're best friends and this is how it is. Did you get anything else, Mr. Reality?
That's what all that I got from there. It's just chest feeling and the fact that our problems are hiding and not visible to us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's keep going. These are all good. Because this is all like, as we're working through, we're just peeling off the layers of layers and layers and layers of all these negatives. I mean, these problems are so compacted down in within the body and in the energy field. You have to really work through them all to get to the bottom of it and get rid to loosen, to get that emotion out of there. It's just weighted down so heavy. Okay, well, let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and feel.
let go and heal.
I am severely lacking in all areas of my life.
I'm severely lacking in all
Excuse me.
areas of my life.
I feel like a complete and utter failure.
I feel like a complete and utter failure.
I'm a disaster.
I am a disaster.
My life doesn't make any sense.
My life does not make any sense.
What am I even doing here?
What am I even doing here?
There's nothing good for me.
There is nothing good for me.
And what did you get again?
I don't know what problems I'm facing because they're
Mm,
hidden.
all of my problems are hidden. I don't even know what problems I'm facing. I'm stuck in quicksand, so I stopped fighting.
I'm stuck in
Excuse me.
quicksand, so I stop fighting.
I don't know where these emotions are stored in and around the body.
I do not know where these emotions are stored in and around the body.
I cannot allow what I am asking for.
I cannot allow what I'm asking for.
I don't belong here.
I don't belong here.
I feel like an outcast.
I feel like an outcast.
I don't even want to talk about myself because people will see me as a failure.
I don't even want to talk about myself because people will see me as a failure.
My whole life is one big blind spot.
My whole life is one big blind spot.
I can't see any way out.
I cannot see any way out.
What else?
I got one. It's someone thought star seeds aren't supposed to have these problems.
Starseeds are not supposed to have these problems. Neither are light workers.
Neither are light workers.
I can't seem to run away from the bad karma.
I can't seem to run away from the bad karma.
We're having trouble hearing you, by the way. You sound very muffled.
Hang on. Let me change the orbit.
That's okay.
Jim, can you change the orbit of the satellite, please? We got to get closer to Earth. They can't. Okay, Jim's working on it.
There you go. I feel judged.
I feel judged.
There you go. No one trusts my suggestions.
No one trusts my suggestions.
I feel unheard.
I feel unheard.
I am like a loose cannon,
I'm like a loose cannon,
ready to pop off at any moment.
ready to pop off at any moment.
No one understands what I go through.
Nobody understands what I go through.
Oh, Nat, must I say that one? Everything is a poop sandwich.
Everything is a poop sandwich.
Oh my goodness, you guys are so funny. I cannot change my state of consciousness or frequency.
I cannot change my state of consciousness or frequency.
No one's listening.
No one's listening.
There's too many negatives in the energy field.
There are too many negatives in the energy field.
I will never get rid of them all.
I will never get rid of them all.
What else? I'm tired of hearing myself complain.
I'm tired of hearing myself complain.
Even my spirit guides don't answer me.
Even my spirit guides don't answer me.
My spirit team has let me down.
My spirit team has let me down.
Lack has pushed me into the ground.
Lack has pushed me into the ground.
I cannot prioritize.
I cannot prioritize.
I just run from one fire to the next, putting them all out.
I run from one fire to the next, putting them all out.
That is the story of my life.
That's the story of my life.
I'm used to being under extreme amounts of stress and pressure.
I'm used to being under extreme amounts of stress and pressure.
My manifestations would relieve all of that.
My manifestations would relieve all of that.
And that is a brand new existence for me.
And that is a brand new existence for me.
I won't know how to survive.
I won't know how to survive.
I miss focus and clarity.
I miss focus and clarity.
I cannot organize my thoughts.
I cannot organize my thoughts.
I am out of alignment with all of my requests.
I'm out of alignment with all of my requests.
My spirit guides and team find me boring and annoying.
My spirit guides and team find me boring and annoying.
I'm losing faith in this whole system.
I am losing faith in the whole system.
No one hears me.
Nobody hears me.
What else?
Pressure works for diamonds, so why not me?
Ah, pressure works for
Diamonds.
diamonds, so why not me? I'm not special enough.
I'm not what?
I'm not special enough.
I'm not special enough.
I'm too busy paying off all my karmic debt.
I'm too busy paying off all my karmic debt.
I must have been an awful person or being in my past lives.
I must have been an awful being or person in my past life.
I deserve what's coming to me.
I deserve what's coming to me.
All of the bad, all of the negatives.
All of the bad and all of the negative.
There's too much competition for resources.
There is too much competition for resources.
It's like I've got to cross line with the universe.
It's like I've got a cross line with the universe.
I'm a victim of too many negative thoughts.
I'm a victim of too many negative thoughts.
Lack is a part of my soul family.
Lack is a part of my soul family.
I just cannot cope.
I just cannot cope.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, my throat is very tight. Is yours?
Well, my shoulders are tight.
Your shoulders. Oh, other people have shoulder pain too. Okay. All right. So let's tune into the shoulders and see what we got. Oh, throat and chest, neck, shoulders. Hmm. Knees are weak. I hope you're not standing up. How funny. Okay. They are. They're standing up. Oh my gosh. You're either exceptionally healthy or you're on the go. Okay, let's look and see what's causing all of this grief. Here we go. Anger, anger, frustration, feeling unimportant. I'm getting that so strongly. Anger, frustration, feeling unimportant, and just, I'm in the way. I am in the way. Like my very existence is a burden. Come on, let's spell existence properly. Is a burden. My brain is getting fried. Okay. Yeah, life gets in the way. Yeah. Just needy, annoying, anger, frustration. I feel unimportant. I'm a burden. I'm in the way. Like, how can you manifest anything if you're feeling all of those negative feelings? Because that's the signal you're sending out into the universal consciousness. And the universal consciousness is like, ooh, I have it here wrapped up with a nice little, red bow to give to you, but I can't get it to you because of these negatives swirling around. Like I can't even get into the energy field to give you your manifestation. That's why you've really got to clear out the lack. Like we got that so strongly, like no lack, no fear that you're never going to get your manifestation. Those two things were so important. And any of these negative emotions that are keeping your manifestations from reaching you. Like that makes so much sense, doesn't it? It's just like, yeah, of course. So you've really got to work on transmuting. If you don't want to do the whole let go and heal thing, you just do the transmutation. Any and all negatives that are blocking my manifestation goals. Now, it's better to write your manifestation goals on a piece of paper so that there's no question as to what you want. Make sure you put your name, the date, the time zone, your location, so that the universe knows that this list belongs to you and you only. This isn't somebody else's list. This is your list. So, yeah, very clear to me. Like, I'm unimportant. I'm in the way. Yeah, let's get rid of that and see if it makes us feel better. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal
let go and heal.
all of this anger,
All of this anger,
frustration.
frustration,
I feel unimportant.
I feel unimportant.
I'm in the way.
I am in the way.
My very existence is a burden.
My very existence is a burden.
There's no reason for me to really be here.
There's no reason for me to really be here.
I'm not doing anyone any favors by being here.
I'm not doing anyone any favors by being here.
When does it all end?
When does it all end?
I'm tired.
I am tired.
Forget about manifesting. I'm just ready to go.
Forget about manifesting. I'm just ready to go.
This is like a sad, boring party
This is like a sad, boring party
that I wish I had never been invited to.
that I wish I'd never been invited to.
I can't wait to leave.
I can't wait to leave.
There's nothing to stay for.
There's nothing to stay for. It's the worst sitcom ever.
It's the worst sitcom ever, and I'm the running joke.
And I'm the running joke.
I'm angry.
I'm angry.
I'm frustrated.
I'm frustrated.
I'm unhappy.
I'm unhappy.
Nothing seems to give me joy anymore.
Nothing seems to give me joy anymore.
It's just so boring.
It's just so boring.
I don't, I'm too traumatized. I can't find joy.
I'm too traumatized and cannot find joy.
I'm not allowed to be happy.
I'm not allowed to be happy.
What's the point?
What is the point?
I'm going to put a lampshade on my head.
Would advise that. I'm going to put a lampshade on my head.
Everyone I love dies anyway.
Everyone I love dies anyway.
It has to come to an end soon.
It has to come to an end soon.
Why even bother trying to manifest?
Why even bother trying to manifest?
Okay, I felt that leave. We're going to draw a line here and close. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. It's like we lost our faith and even manifesting there towards the end. Like, what was the point? Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Everybody feeling better? I felt that leave. I really felt that leave. I felt it pop. Yeah. See, there you go. We're good. All right, let's close. So we want
Thank
to
you very much.
close.
Right. That's great. I feel better too.
Oh, that's great. Let's ask George. George always sits in on our tappings, by the way. Thank you, George, for creating the CTT for us. We just love you so much. Easily and joyfully manifest. Okay, the optimum, he's giving me the words, the optimum ability. He wants us to experience joy, appreciation, and manifest at lightning speed. Ooh, George, we love that. Thank you. Here we go. Manifest positively or positively manifest. Positively manifest at lightning speed. George, we love you. All right. If you ever want to see George, George Duisman, Duisman. He's got like one or two CTT videos out there. That's it. You see him in this rocking chair. He's an old man. He's an old man, and I miss him so much. So, you know how like I'm kind of your therapist, like everybody's therapist? He was mine. I could tell George anything, non-judgmental. He told me so much. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest,
easily and joyfully manifest
optimum guidance,
optimum guidance,
positive emotional fulfillment,
positive emotional fulfillment,
gratitude,
gratitude,
self-love,
self-love,
self-forgiveness,
self-forgiveness,
forgiveness of others,
forgiveness of others,
and the optimum ability
and the optimum ability
to experience
to experience
constant joy,
constant joy,
appreciation,
appreciation,
and to positively manifest
and to positively manifest
at lightning speed
at lightning speed
without any negative consequences
without any negative consequences
to ourselves or our loved ones
to ourselves and our loved ones
in all of those wonderful spaces we just opened up.
in all those wonderful spaces we've just opened up.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
That feels really, really good. So just remember, like you can always use any of these. You can use that constant joy, right? Appreciation and positively manifest good things, obviously, at lightning speed. So thank you all so much. And I will hold for questions.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time.